It appears President Joe Biden is once again under heavy criticism for yet another slip-up during his speeches. Biden is getting a lot of flack for accidentally inferring that all African-American and Hispanic workers are without high school diplomas during his speech, News.com has learned. While talking about the economy during his speech at the Prince George's Community College in Maryland on Thursday, September 15, Biden said, "We've seen record lows in unemployment particularly, and I've focused on this my whole career, particularly for African Americans and Hispanic workers and veterans, the workers without high school diplomas." Understandably, this remark, made during the televised speech, rained heavy criticism on the 80-year-old president, with some even going so far as to call him a racist, according to the New York Post. However, it turns out this is another one of Biden's humiliating gaffes, where he mistakenly says something very wrong. According to the official transcript of the speech, released by the White House, Biden was supposed to say, and, before saying, the workers without high school diplomas. By making that small mistake, Biden appeared to infer minority workers do not have high school diplomas, instead of saying that the workers without high school diplomas are also seeing record lows in unemployment along with minority workers. Adding the "and," Biden's speech would read, "particularly for African Americans and Hispanic workers and veterans, and the workers without high school diplomas." Naturally, Biden's latest slip-up has once again fueled the question of whether he is too senile to run for a second term in the White House. During his 3 years in office, the president has made a considerable number of verbal slip-ups during his speeches and statements. In an opinion piece penned by English journalist and TV personality Piers Morgan, Biden apparently ended a speech about gun control with the words, "God save the Queen, man." Morgan went on to write about the incident that he had to replay that comment to make sure he had heard it right. Biden was urging God to save a woman who died 9 months ago, Queen Elizabeth II, Morgan wrote in his article that was published by the New York Post. He added that Biden should have known about the death of the monarch, as he attended her funeral and made a series of statements of condolence to her family and my country. Another instance of Biden accidentally raising the dead would be when he searched the room for the deceased Indiana Congresswoman Jackie Walorski during another speech last year, as he said, "Jackie, are you here? Where's Jackie?" It is worth noting that when Congresswoman Walorski passed away a month before, the president issued a heartfelt statement of condolence to her family. However, some of his verbal gaffes have turned out to be more serious than others, with the White House having to interject and redact or modify his statements on several occasions. In a fiery speech in Warsaw, as the Russian invasion of Ukraine entered its second month in 2022, President Biden apparently demanded Russian President Vladimir Putin be removed from power. "For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power," Biden said, merely hours after he reportedly referred to Putin as a butcher for his attack on Ukraine. The White House quickly issued a statement clarifying the president's claims. The president's point was that Putin cannot be allowed to exercise power over his neighbors or the region. He was not discussing Putin's power in Russia, or regime change, the clarification read, per NPR.